All land in Nigeria belongs to the government. The federal government has some landed property in each state, but overall, all of the land in each state belongs to the state government. And since all land belongs to the government, landlords are expected to pay a token land tax called the land use charge to the government of the state where the land is located. The Lagos State Land Use Charge Law was enacted in 2001. The land use charge is a property tax in Lagos State that serves as a source of revenue generation for the government, which enhances the provision of infrastructure and social amenities. When the issue of land use charges arises in Lagos State, lots of residents and even property owners do not understand the intricacies surrounding the law. Barrister Olomu-Agbodo throws more light on what the land use charge is about.
The land use charge is a law enacted by law number 11 of 2001 in Lagos State, and it's applicable to all land-based charges, including the tenement rates, the ground rates, and all that. So the land use charge is basically a consolidation of all those rates in one.
Who is responsible for payment of land use charge?
Essentially, from the provisions of the land use charge law in Lagos State, the property owner is responsible for payment of the land use charge, but in an occasion where the landowner or the property owner is not in occupation, the occupier is liable to pay the land use charge. But the provision also make room for reimbursement. After the occupier pays the charge, he is supposed to be reimbursed the sum paid by the property owner.
What is the value of the land tax?
The land use charge is actually calculated as a tax. It's a mode of revenue generation for the government, and based on the various categories in land in Lagos State, we have the commercial, the residential, and the industrial. So those three categories, they have the different rates they pay. They have the different value accruing to each property like that. So they have this percentage they calculate for each of such property.
What is the penalty for defaulting?
There's usually a demand notice, then the final demand notice. So when the property owner or the occupier defaults in payment, then about 15 or 20% is going to be added to the initial amount that was demanded of that occupier. But some people have been saying that the charge, the penalty is too harsh, and they're trying to bring it down to 10%. So for now, I think it's about 15-20% penalty default rate.
Lagos State government sends the land use charge notice to property owners in Lagos State every year, and the notice specifically mentions that this land tax should be paid within 30 days of the date of the notice. It must, however, be noted that some properties are exempted from the payment of the land use charge, and this exemption will only be granted after application for exemption has been made to the Commissioner of Finance of Lagos State, who advises that legal counseling should be sought to specific situations when they arise. Precious Obaza reporting for Lovewood News, Lagos, Nigeria.